Hey guys, I'd just like to ask if you could like and subscribe and comment on the video with any thoughts you might have had, because it goes a long way towards helping support my channel. Thank you. Hello and welcome back to Hooked by You, a Dead by Daylight visual novel. So, just want to say, before we get into anything in this, there's a lot of talking in visual novels. Sometimes, you take a break to get a drink, stuff like that. Just keep that in mind. These are taxing on your voice after a bit. Especially when you don't do that much talking in a lot of, I'm not the most talkative YouTuber out there, I guess. I wouldn't say I'm far from the least, there's plenty of reaction channels that just stand in front of, stare at a screen for 10 minutes and then call that a video, but, I'm not the most talkative person out there. So, this is relatively a lot of talking for me through my videos, So just keep that in mind. Gets taxing after a bit doing voices, stuff like that. But anyway, let's carry on. You wake up to find Spirit holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Don't you just love the ocean at night? I do. Staring out over the vast darkness of the ocean really validates the feeling inside me that we're all truly insignificant, and the only thing worth pursuing is revenge. I respect that. I have to wonder, can anyone believe anything else? You look out into the ocean of night and ponder her question. Well, it's a simple question. How could they? How could anyone not feel small and alone in the face of such massive nothingness? Ooh. I used to feel that way. Small, unimportant, alone. But lately, I'm not so sure. Started to feel different. Started to actually think that maybe this island is where I might meet someone special. You look at Spirit, who's turned from the ocean to look at you while you speak on this topic she's clearly so passionate about. A friend? Perhaps something more? I don't know what this island has planned for me. Ha, a friend? Friends are just cowards who seek comfort in numbers. I had friends once. Back before I was chopped into a bunch of pieces by my father. What is your backstory? What the fuck? Friends aren't what's keeping me held together. I'm floating in a cloud of rage. And I'm into that. I was so dumb. So busy trying to please everyone, be the perfect student, the perfect employee, the perfect daughter. I didn't take care of myself. And now I'm a loved guy. Worst of all, I got distracted from my true purpose. My destiny. The purpose that was sitting inside me my whole life. Okay, this might sound a bit silly, but... Spirit looks around to see if there's anyone else at the beach. She's convinced that it's only you two, she continues. There's a dragon that lives inside me. I've always known, but I've tried to ignore it. I couldn't ignore it, I tried to push it down. I'm so stupid. You're not stupid, that sounds badass. Right? But I didn't let it out, and then I, chop chop. And now that dragon's pretty much a one-track revenge beast. But enough about me. What's inside of you, stranger? Nothing but darkness. Wake me up inside. I'd kill to have a dragon. Maybe not the best choice of words. A dragon sounds awesome. Honestly though, I don't feel like I've got anything inside me at all, just darkness. Never-ending darkness. Here I thought Spirit was the biggest goth on the island until you arrived. Look, the other answer was just as stupid, okay? Was I gonna say I had fire in me? That sounds just as edgy. Perhaps I could light a torch and search through that darkness. Yes. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you. You quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand while they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend every event as scheduled. Lying sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. Hey, we will kill you. That's strictly slotted for the after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Lying sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Wait, okay, so that's after what comes after the flirting. So what comes after the flirting? Wait, are they implying sex? Am I making excuses after sex? Go, 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 go! Okay, Dwight, calm down. Once everyone is gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. Surprised it's still nighttime. I figured it would have been morning. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, we're not going to say who, so don't worry you, hasn't been sticking to schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities. We'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one story? But story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will you decide who? Oh great, we have to decide as a group? This never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry everyone, I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole scheduling thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I was passed out. Been there before, even though it's taken some pressure off of me. It's an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick up on the newbie? Seriously, has anything here happened on schedule? Even once? Damn it, Donald, if you try and flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your heads off so quick. And then I'll drown you in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and Muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named any names. Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anymore? Call me nobody. Oh my god. There's nobody now. We still gotta get started on story time, so... Lane, who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick someone quickly so this tropical vacation doesn't turn to a bloodbath. I want to hear his story. I choose you, Wraith. Whoa, whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Damn it. I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough, isn't it? You were the one that was excited for this! That's why I picked you! You seem really into it! Fuck you, man! You literally carry around a skull and a spine on your little prop. As the other killers laugh, holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow, dark eye sockets. By the way, I feel like I have not picked him or Huntress nearly enough for like anything, so I do want to invest a little time in them at points. If you're looking for something Shakespearean in the story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death, and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it, found a frightened stranger, bound and gagged. The young man, was he about to accidentally murder the stranger? How could this have happened? You know, if the blood wasn't dripping, he never would have noticed, and he just would have crushed that without ever finding out, probably. Yeah. He freed the stranger, who ran off, into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before a shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. "What did you do?" he asked the boss. "I did your job for you." "What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush the cars." Oh, they all have people in them, don't they? The boss let out a miserable scuff. His face contorted in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. "Why do you think we're crushing these cars? To save space? Who do you think my clients are?" "I don't know," mumbled the young man. "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. "Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money and I take care of their problems. Eliminate their witnesses. tie up their loose ends. Or actually, you do. No, the young man whispered as the boss towered above him. Yes, you are nothing more than an executioner, and you reaped hundreds of souls. I mean, if he didn't know, then I don't know how much fault he could really be held against him. Either morally or legally. I imagine there's some kind of, like, level of legality that could be put into it, but I mean, he didn't know he was doing that. Like, if you had, like, if there was just a button in your room on your wall that you just pressed and did nothing, and you're like, wow, that's weird, why do I have this button here? And it turned out it was killing someone across the world. I mean, you never knew that. And if you just pressed it a few dozen times, you killed a few dozen people. But how would you have known that you were killing people until you found out? Like, you weren't intentionally... I guess that would be considered manslaughter, right? Because that's how it works, right? Like, there's murder and then there's manslaughter, which is, like, unintentional, which, you know, happens a lot of times, like, say, car accidents. Anyway, I've gotten really off track. The young man's body shook with small spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl of the old man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car in the crusher. Empty as he picked the boss up and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the truck down on him, its stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss and its sniveling, crying, wet face. Why is it always its? The boss could be anybody, any gender. We don't discriminate here. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in, farther, piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled. Empty as he heard bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to his spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stared back into the empty eye sockets of his skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go back. An awkward silence falls upon the room until... Make a joke. Hey, you said no Shakespeare. Pretty sure that's from Romeo and Juliet. Trapper laughs at your callback. Wraith looks down at his feet. Got him. I like you, Lane. Here, have a gold coin. It's my love language. Oh. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. Wait a minute. So he just gave me that coin as a token of love. It says love language. So, okay, there's two things I can interpret from this. Either everyone has their own coin they're giving, and I just got the Trapper's, in which case the one in the head of the body the skull that I found at the beginning of the game, that was someone else's. And if I had to guess, it's probably the Ocean's. Or Trickster. But probably the Ocean's. Or maybe even Narrator. I don't fucking know. Maybe it's my coin to give. I don't know. That, or the Trapper, it's just his thing. And he's just been giving coins out to people he loves, and he guess he loved that person and murdered them, I assume. I don't know. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. True moment of peace and tranquility lasts all 7 seconds before a trickster shows up. And he's blaring his latest song. Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? It's rare that anyone calls me baby, so I'm already feeling weird in the situation. He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me, something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. Wait, wasn't he like the K-pop character that they added? I think he is. Again, I don't know all the characters that well. Like, I play as the Huntress a lot whenever I do play Dead by Daylight, which you can see in like the, what was it, like 3 videos I did a while back. I like to play as Michael and the Huntress, which Michael I doubt is going to be in this just for IP reasons. Same for any other like actual character in another story, you know. I believe I remember this guy coming out. Yeah, because Zeta and Tiana were both just like really hyped about him. Like they had like their K-pop boy to play. I think that's him. Okay. I am the ultimate catch of this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what you want, what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Alright. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused of what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time yourself to think about them just yet. Wraith approaches you. Hey. I'm probably not making a great impression, because, I guess it's not really my thing. I just know that if you got to know me, then, I mean, look, the others aren't around, and I really hate the fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool? And, like, I don't know, whatever, you know? A dip in the pool with Wraith. You come a long way in a single day. Not saying you shouldn't follow him. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Is the ocean trying to fuck me? I don't know what he likes. Also, they didn't even let me pick. I didn't make this decision. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. Oh my. Just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from the ocean into the pool. You're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Hey. Do you remember my story? You mean the one you just told, like a minute ago? Yeah. Yes? Did you, I mean, what do you think of the young man's story? Do you think he's weird? I would forgive him. What happened to him would make anyone snap. Who knows what happened in his past to lead him to that point? He was just trying to be good. Yes, that's all he wanted. He wants to be good. Oh, God. Oh, he's a bottom. He's a bottom. He's such a bottom. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone? Yes and no. I think that's what makes it such a great story. It's unique and surprising, but relatable and familiar. I think we all know someone like that young man. I think we all have a little of him inside of this. Wraith giggles. Not in a gross way, like you're thinking, but in a very silly one. I assume he's imagining a tiny little version of himself dancing around in his own belly, because that's just who he is. God damn it. Trial run? What is that? What did I get an achievement for? What is trial run? Where's the... Yeah, I... Where's trial run? Oh, play for 1 hour. Okay. I thought something that happened that was changing the outcome of the game. I'm like, did I just make a really bad choice? Nah, we're all good though. You know, this temperature has dropped significantly. Is it cold in this water now, or is it just me? I feel like my toes are turning into ice cubes. Wraith seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any cube talk. Not since I heard that story. From someone else, a long time ago. The story you just told us 2 minutes ago. Exactly. That one wasn't about me. The one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous if we were going to make things awkward when we barged in. Right, we couldn't hold a candle to whatever's happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. Alright, shit. After spending all day cooped up in those tight little safari-themed resort uniforms, you just know those two rage late into the night. We're not here to party with them. Maybe I want to party with them. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, think about Wraith's story about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about your current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something that will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil, and what if you like it? Or you could dwell too much on your fate. Claudette and Dwight arrive. They're now familiar, creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. They're the real villains, I'm calling it. A bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest. But we're going to make you comfortable, or die trying. Hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease? Just try to keep the volume at a minimum. Our other guests aren't the type you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. What am I doing what was this for, though? This Hero Up Mini Game is a special mini game, perfect for less coordinated, because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Or the pointer stops, that's your result. Okay. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide you might adjust the dial to fix it. Let's see what's on this station.
Alright, let's talk about our community. For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you out there. It's you and everybody else either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content relating to the game or being inspired by the game to write music or to make outfits. It's everybody that's part of what makes Dead by Daylight this amazingly rich and passionate environment. It means groups of people who interact on every single possible social platform, in person. It means people who play together. It's even the people who play by themselves and never talk to anybody. So it's important for us to be able to break it down and figure out exactly who is part of the community and how do we listen to them? How do we get close enough that we can actually hear what makes them happy, what makes them excited, what worries them, all of this. We need to know about that. So the other part of community for us is the community team. It's our team that we built. Obviously, this was a very small thing 4 years ago. It was pretty much just Dave,
it was pretty cool.
Ash and I talking to you live and trying to
go
through every single forums, which we couldn't do, to today where we have it.
I think one of these is going to have a secret. Oops. Damn it. Something Dead by Daylight menu theme? I think this is like the chase theme. Like when you're being chased, I think. Ready it on 102? Ooh, that build-up. I don't think I've done 88 yet, have I? That might be the last one. Oops. Okay. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask when the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Alright, we'll do that next time, though. I'll see you all in the next video on Hooked by You, Dead by Daylight visual novel. Bye. Thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like and comment and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you.